Hey, greetings and salutations. I'm Big Brother. How you doing? Call me Andy if you like. Uh, just got a sale. What did I do? I left it in the other room. Of course I did. Got all kinds of stuff for you. Been cleaning the house up. Mom's in a hospital, so I've taken this opportunity to go through the house and go through my inventory. Uh, yeah, I got a lot. I've I've come across a bunch of stuff I didn't even know I had. Uh, Stuff that I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. It's amazing the amount of stuff that I have. So I'm not gonna run out of variety type stuff for a while. It might not be everything you want, uh, but we'll do the best we can. Oh, excuse me. Just been going through things, making up. I've said this uh, a while back. This stuff here I want to sell. Everything in this tote right here. This blue big thing that you see here. Um, that's all getting filled with ephemera pieces, and once it gets about halfway full, I'm gonna sell it off in different kinds of flats because it seems to be a popular thing for the people that attend my show. So I'll be doing that. How you doing, Kathy? How you doing? Hey, did you get something off of eBay from me? I'm kind of curious. So, oh, excuse me. Woohoo. So I'm gonna sit back here. I'm gonna wait for people to come in. I could probably show you some stuff I want to show. I got a big box of craft stuff here. It's full of crafts. I've got plenty of crafts. I could probably be selling like a box like this for the next couple of Sundays. Um, okay. Uh, I've got recipe books here from special promotional offers. I've got sports cards from limited editions, like these were from Denny's in 1992. Uh, these I collected myself back then. Uh, just just all kinds of things. Still trying to get rid of this big old apple. If you know anybody that wants a big old apple, shoot 'em my way. I'll make you a deal you can't refuse. Hey, son. How you doing? I want to remind everybody that I have 3 of these left in the entire house. But if you know anybody that wants these are die-cast D&D uh, things, little metal figures. Both of these together, $10 plus shipping, whatever that is. And I've got these, and also for $5 you get 50 plus of these first day issues, all different subject matters, no matter you want. But there you go, and they're all in plastic too, so they're all like new. So these I'm selling for 5. These I'm selling for 10. I have quantities of these. I probably won't run out for a little while. So if you want any of those, just let me know and how many you want. Uh, I'm going to show off some of the bears here in the background. The subject come up, so I'll show the bears. the birds, and things like that. Oh, please pardon me for all the yawns, but I quite literally woke up half an hour ago. So took me a little nap, had me some lunch, and did some work, and sat down, and I'm lucky I'm up. So things of that nature. I got a big old box here of stuff that I found that I guess I'm gonna put it up on eBay. But I can go through some of the things in there. A lot of the stuff you guys have already seen before. But I throw them out there again, maybe to refresh your memory and things of that nature. Oh, and Punky, yeah. I got your stuff right here. It's packaged and ready to go. All I got to do is send the invoice. So I'll get you. Everybody saying hello. I don't know about how it is where you're at, but it is just gorgeous, perfect outside. It really is. It's like in I don't know, 65 maybe outside, just barely 70 if you're in the sun. But very light breeze, nice and sunshiny outside. It's just gorgeous. If it could only stay this way all the time. Of course, if it did that, I'd probably be living in Hawaii. So that's what I got. I've gone through. Oh my goodness! Well, that didn't fall out. I've got things. Yeah, I've got things. There it is. I've been wanting to show you guys these for a while. I've got a bunch of photographs. I've shown a good deal of them here, and there's a bunch that I haven't shown. Like if I put them together, a tight stack of them would be just huge. We're talking like 6 inches tall. The photographs, and you know how thin photographs are, right? But I put together a certain amount together. Like these are all horses. Huh. Yeah. Try sleeping outside. Sleep outside with the squirrels. Um, this Tuesday for the ephemera show, it's going to be a recap of a lot of the books I've been selling for the last 3 weeks. I'm going to go back through and I'm going to show a bunch of those cheaper. um, just to try and move them out, and then anything I don't sell will wind up on eBay or in a donate bin. So this Tuesday is going to be the last of the book selling. Well, I mean, all the books that I've been showing anyway. I have an auction to go to. Of course, I do. An auction to go to this weekend. There's not going to be a whole lot there as far as ephemera goes, but I'm going to try and get my hands on it. But a lot of it's going to be uh, stuff for John Deere or maybe some international harvester stuff, maybe some case stuff. It's tractors and uh, yard implements and things of that nature. I know they do well on eBay, or they always have for me. So I'm gonna put that out there. I might come back and show them to you. I generally show everything on the channel first, and then I'll flip it to online if it doesn't sell here. Uh, Sometimes, unless I buy stuff specifically for online sales. There's some things I just wouldn't show here because, well, it'd be too expensive, honestly. So, there's things of that nature. Bugs. So that's funny. Yeah. Everybody's very, very in tune to John Deere and stuff. And in my honest opinion, International Harvester reigns supreme as far as getting the money. So there just happens to be a lot more John Deere, so your odds are higher to sell that stuff. If they are toys, yeah, see, I've gone to plenty of toy shows, and there aren't too many that I can grab that are cheap. Um, Most of the toys that I deal in are vintage and antiques, of course. So, if you talk about toys from, say, the 70s or 80s or even 90s, you're talking vintage toys. But in my head, I don't register it that way because, well, I'm an old guy and, uh, the stuff growing up when I was a kid doesn't register me as vintage because that would make me vintage, man. So even though those things are vintage, I don't see them that way. So, but I'm sure there's going to be some toy sales coming up. The place I go to always has wonderful, wonderful toy sales. Uh, Whole building of nothing but toys. They got a couple doll sales a year where they do nothing but dolls all year, or not all year, all the weekend, which would be Friday and Saturday for them. Those 2 day sales, those are the killer ones because I can never have enough money to go. I mean, even if I take 2 or 3 grand with me to go shopping, then yeah, it's still never enough. Once it's all, yeah, the ones you can play with. Hmm. Well, right, upgrading tractors. Hmm. I know there's what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the John Deere plant here in Indiana. I know where it is, and I've driven by the one in Ohio a couple times. Upgrading tractors, like real tractors, like I used to work on a farm, right? So what you guys would call plow, and we'd call disking and seeding, and and I know what it's like to. I know how costly it is to upgrade tractors, and I know how costly it is to change a tire. I've had to do that. Well, I've watched. I didn't physically do it, but I've watched, and oh man. So, oh, grandchildren. So you want the kind of toys that can be torn up and it's okay. And I can come across things like that. I don't know. I hate to say that I can do something and get there and they don't have it. So I can say I've seen things like that and I've purchased things like that before. So just all kinds of stuff. Hmm. Really? Hello, Veronica. How you doing? Local town holds national tractor pulls every year. Tractor pull where I was growing up was the family car. kind of interesting, learning how to drive when you're 12 and 13, and nobody really cares in the town you're in. There's like 600 cows and 200 people. It wasn't that small. I think there was probably about 600 people in town and double that in cows. But it's all farmland as far as you could see. Your nearest neighbor was 5 miles away, probably. 3 miles away. But you could see over the cornfield on the porch and see your neighbors way out there. I miss that, the older I get. I've said this a lot. When I was there, you couldn't wait to get to town, to get the hell away from the farmland, to go to where there's stuff to do. And now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, get me out of here. I want to go back there. I just want to be sitting on the porch on a day like this, swinging, because we had a swing. Just nothing to do, just enjoy the day. That's peace and serenity to me. You got to have working internet in the house, okay? There's some things that we just can't live without right now. I mean, everybody's so accustomed to internet that we get everything that we require through the internet. Inside plumbing is another one because you guys laugh. There's an outhouse up there on the farm when I was smaller, right? So there's that to look forward to. Go to the upstairs in the house and turn the corner where the banisters are, and there's a toilet sitting there. It's no walls, no door. It's just sitting at the top of the stairs. That's where the toilet was. So you use that in the winter and freeze your butt off, literally, or go outside in the winter and use the outhouse. Your choice. So that was pretty fun. Memories. Enjoying the outdoors. Yeah. Miss Tanya, I have a friend that's living here in Indianapolis now. And, and where we're at, it's just on the edge of the city. It used to be far away from the city, but the city has encroached upon us since we've lived here in this house. So, anyway, we're still just on the outskirts of the city. We're in some other little town that has its own name, but it's kind of part of Indianapolis now. But everything north and south is all farmland. That's all Indiana is. Just farmland. Of course, welcome to the Midwest. So that's what the Midwest is all about. And I was like, just driving on the country roads, that's just a normal road. Okay, well, yeah. Mhm. Driving back and forth between here and Ohio constantly, If it wasn't for the roads telling you you're passing by some city, you'd never know. Of course, it when you drive past Cleveland and let's see what Dayton and all the bigger cities they have. There's there's some sad news in the national news. I've seen it more than once. There's a couple girls that were murdered uh, in a town near Delphi. Anyway, that's where the trial's taking place. Yeah, uh, yeah, Columbus. Maybe that's where. Quasi. I've not heard of any of those. Yeah, I was talking about something and it's gone. Oh yeah, the girls. It made national news, and the trial is still going on. And that trial and the murder's like 5 years old. Anyway, where it took place is very close to the area I grew up in. The town is called Flora, 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 and it's just a little speck of a place, right? It's the tiny black dot on a map if you remember using maps. So, oh wow, looky there. The connection. Everything moves in circles. Everybody's connected some weird, strange way. Toledo. Yeah. Anyway, Florida's just a stone throw away from Delphi, and there's another town that's a little bigger there called Camden. They're all right there together. Used to go to Delphi. There's a catfish place there that sits on the river, and it's a really good catfish. All you could eat. It was cheap. Of course, I like fried catfish, so that's the town where I grew up. I'm not going to say I grew up there. I did a lot of growing up there. I did spend my school days and non-summer days in town here in Indy. But I was always up at the farm. They showed me how to drive, showed me how to work a tractor, showed me how to work the farm, showed me how to work. Because that stuff up there is work. You know, up at 4:30 in the morning, go to bed around 9:30, that kind of thing. And that's true. That's not stuff you see on TV. That shit's true. So yeah. Wow, wow, wow. So anyway, everybody's here. I think I'll jump into it. I do have some crafts. I'll be going through the crafts. I don't, like I said, here I got my little crafty thing. If you guys want to work on jewels or whatever, it's battery operated lights on the sides and pretty clean. There's no scratches on it. So let's start off with this thing right here. I've got there's a double so you can see extra close is in there if you want to bring that up. Adjustable strap. Everybody has seen one of these, or maybe you're not on. Okay, well, there's the switch to turn the side lights on. These lights right here. And there's lights off to the side, and of course your monocle so you can swing down and look at things. Uh, I'd do $4 on this starting. If y'all interested, it is an adjustable strap. It is adjustable by Velcro. So if y'all got a big head, you can do it like this. Look at that. So it's pretty big because I got a big head, y'all. There I go with the y'all thing again. Got Kathy in for 4 already. Oh, wait a minute. I apologize. I got Veronica in first. Ladies, remember to move your chat to live and refresh as much as you want. Um, you see yourself lagging, then it's time to refresh. The magnification's on it. No, no, I do not. This thing inside does have a stay there clip. Of course I did that. There it goes. Ding. Let's see. I imagine the things up front are 2X. I don't know for sure. But here is the battery compartment. It is very clean. This thing isn't that old, honestly. I probably got it for a gift and just never used it. I know I have a few of these. And I put this on the wrong way. Okay. I got Veronica in for 6. Kathy is out. Oh, you can be that way, huh? There we go. And it's back on. Okay. We got lights on both sides. I'm not sure if one is for one side or one is for both sides. It looks like one each side. I got another one of these hanging around somewhere. One of them that's this is plastic, okay. I got one that has like metal sides on it and stuff. It feels kind of heavy on my head, but it also feels sturdier, right? So diamond painting. Okay. But, I think these are double A's probably, maybe one double A each side. Okay, so I got Veronica in for 6. Does anybody else want to jump in and take it away from her before I end this? $6 is a good price. I think this was right around 15 probably. I'm not sure. I don't know for sure. Daughter lives on Michigan. Okay. Where's my pen? Here it is. Always looking for my, here it is. Veronica. 6. Thank you very much. Thank you both of you very much for your bids. It is appreciated. Veronica, I'm gonna have to get your stuff together. I'm looking for boxes. I gotta run up to Wally World and that's or some other grocery store and grab me a bunch of boxes because these books I've been selling are heavy. I need a sturdy box. So as soon as I can, I'm gonna get everybody's invoices together and get them out because everybody's ready. Everybody's got a full box. Okay. Surprise Sung Lee's not here. But okay. I've got crafty bits in here. Now I've seen these sell. I've seen Angie. Well, speak of the devil. I've seen Angie sell these on her channel for like starting $6, which is just amazingly too high for me. But it's all the vintage ribbons, right? And I got a lot of these. Matter of fact, I haven't gone through the Christmas stuff much. This is just stuff that I used. But I've got these gold. This is all flaky gold stuff, and it's a whole roll. You can see they're very vintage. Hello, Angie. How you doing? Hope you had a good day yesterday on Saturday. Saturday. So, um, I don't really know what to sell these at. I mean, I know how much they were in the 80s. It says here $5.99. maybe 90s even. I don't know. They're not old enough for me to say they're 70s. They're just not. One or two of them maybe, but I doubt it. So Andy, what you gonna do? I don't know. So I'm gonna put stuff in this bag and then I'm gonna sell the whole bag for a certain price. Let's do that. I'm gonna start by this silver ribbon. It is full, as you can see. It's never been taken off for any reason. Look at that, Made in America. I have some stencils. I've got Christmas stencils here. Oh my goodness. There's and I've got, let's see, there's that one, pine cones. Let's see, I showed you that one. What's this one? This one is something. I bet it's a cardinal maybe, or a turtle dove, or maybe a partridge. So you can put it in the pear tray. It looks like a cardinal to me. And then there's the stag, the reindeer. Oh yeah, and the ivy. I didn't show you guys the poinsettia one. So this is going to be in that 5 pre-cut stencils and 1 blank stencil is what it says. Yeah, you didn't miss nothing, son. I sold an eyeball thing to help you see better. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in there. It is full. I think I clipped off maybe a foot of whatever's in there, not even a foot. But this says 9 feet in there. So I've got the 2 stencils, the 2 ribbons. Where's the rest of the stuff? Oh, I've got, this says clear stamps. All this stuff is brand new. It's never opened. So clear stamps is going into the big old hefty bag. I have something that says stickables. You see it's sparkly stars. Still in, never opened. That's going to go in the bag. These are all stickers. They're called foamies. Gold stars. This is for when your kids do good, which is why we have them in the bag. So I got one of those. I'm going to add this one to another one. There's a couple of these are white, sparkly. Well, they're not going to sparkle for me here, but these are in the bag. Not sure what this is. Mom was in the music, so there's some musical notes and some bells on there. They look like they've been cut out. And these are stickers. A couple of wreaths and a I don't know, poisonous berry on some trees there. All this could be yours for the low price of starting bid. Let's see, $5. We'll start the bid off at 5. Because you get the 2 rolls in here, and the stencils, and the stickers, and the stamps, and yeah. Come on, Andy. I've seen how much you sell these ribbons for. That's a darn good price for you. So, plenty of things. I've got some more, so I don't know about. Hey, now, well, I got some stuff, all right. For some reason, there's a car in here. This stuff. I got Veronica in for 5. Do I have anybody else? Stickables. Ribbon. 9 feet of ribbon. More than likely still maybe 8.5 feet of ribbon now. This one is, I have no clue. It says Kmart on it, so it's I think the last Kmart around here closed down around early 2000s. What's this say? 20 feet of ribbon, brand new, never used. Yes, you do. You need to buy this and sell it because you'll make profit. I've seen your shows. Uh, okay. Well, I got Veronica in for 5. Oh, hopefully the storms aren't that bad around you, son. Okay, I got Veronica in for 5. Yeah, batten down the hatches for sure. Yeah, yeah. Let her know when she does, Angie. Veronica will bring a truck. Okay, going to Veronica. Okay, that's the sold area. Oh, let's see. I've got a book here. I'm gonna do the starting bid of $2 of this book, but it's the Book of Quilts. It's a vintage book. It's bent right here, but that's not why I have the book. It has patterns and history of quilts. If you want to know, somebody got cold and somebody said, maybe I'll make a quilt. That is the history of quilts. Anti-cold measures. There's all kinds of quilts in here. The patterns, how to do them. So just all kinds of things in here. Windmill quilts, size, fits twin bed, equipment, paper, lightweight cardboard, pencil, ruler, scissors, straight pins, quilting needle, white tailor's chalk, quilting frame, the materials you need, the directions you need, and the patterns you need. Everything in here. This book is for $2. Starting bid. I've got Veronica in for Q. And he said on my next craft show. Meh. Yeah, I just do what I do and start pulling stuff out and go, how about 4? So pretty little patterns in here and the finished product. Patterns after patterns. Stunning, beautiful, and practical book on all aspects of quilt making, from patchwork, applique, novelty quilts, contemporary designs to quilted pillows and wall hangings, grouped by techniques and presented in full color. This book offers complete step-by-step instructions, including drafting and transferring patterns, construction, finishing techniques, and tips for quilt care, and diagrams for every project shown. So that's everything. I got Veronica in for 2. It's not a pretty book, but it has been used, and believe it or not, I've used it. I don't. I use the patterns for other things other than quilts, but when you get stuff already laid out for you and it helps your crafting, you do it right. So All right, it's going to be going to Veronica. If anybody else wants it, now's the time to say something. Okay, Veronica for 2. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, what do I got in here? I've got a big old bag of greens. Probably throw this in. Can't go wrong with the googly eyes. Oh. I may keep the bag. I don't know. It's one of those Amazon bags, you say you want to send a gift, and this is the bags they used to use. I don't know if they still do. Man, I got tons of stuff in here. Okay. Really just not sure what. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is all recycled material in here. Nobody really wants this. Uh, Bottle caps and corks and sticks, and I'll not sell that. That's trash, more or less. I have not gone through anything. I'm just pulling it out. This is I'm here to get rid of stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, look at all these wood things I've got. I'll keep one and sell the rest. Yeah, okay. I've got all these woodsies, or what? It's a different brand, but it's not woodsies. But I got lots of them. Lots of them. All right, so let me see if I can make 2 sets of them. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I got 3 of these and 3 of these and 1 of these. All right. Okay, so I've got this big old bag of blocks, wooden blocks, never been opened. These were here to make some monsters. So I'll have these are called Durie's Craftwood products. Yeah, there's 10 in each bag. None of them has been opened, but there you go. Little fake spools, teeny tiny ones. Let's see. Let me give you a measurement on these. It should be up here in the front. 3/4 by 5 inch, 5/8 inch. So I got these and these wooden things, which I made for people because that's the shape they're in. They're actually called meeples. Let's see, 1 11/16 inch, which is a little. Okay, so I've got the big bag of unopened blocks. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 5 people looking wood things in there, and then there's how many's in here? 10 of these in here. All of them not done. I'll do $3 starting on that. If anybody wants these, or for $3 also, I have 2 bags of the spindles and 2 bags of the people. So you'll get these 4 bags for $3 starting, or these 3 for $3 starting. Choice, winner's choice. So that's what we're gonna do there. So winner of the bid gets to choose, and if you want them both, then double the money. So I've got these. I love these things. These are great for people. Well, you got to win the bid first, Veronica. Doesn't look like you have much competition again. So I'll find something y'all want. So this is a good deal, guys. I mean, these things on sale. And, you know, they were more than $1. I guarantee you that. I think normally these things are around $4. On sale, I've got them for like 3.5. So these have no sale stickers on them, so I paid full price, I'm sure. So I've got 4 bags of wooden crafty things, or the 3 bags, which is the one of each of the meeples, the little spools, and the big bag of squares. 13 of them in here, and they're all 1-inch blocks. Okay, anybody else interested in the wooden bits? I still have plenty more crafty things laying around here. I'm going to start throwing away this trash since I don't do this anymore. I recycled like crazy, and I could see things in shapes. So like this is from the pomegranate drinking liquids, and I saw something in this, and looking at it now, I still see things in it. So, and I tried to reuse bottle caps and things like that. Okay, if I have no other takers, I'm going to award this to Veronica, who's already stated she wants them both. Yeah, see, I got a few of these. Oh, I'll take those out of here. You want both sets, correct, Veronica? For a total of six buckos. Lots and lots of cracks. Oh, look, I see Mod Podge in there. Woohoo. Oh, this is the gloss Mod Podge. Yeah, still good. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll throw that away. I need something to put this in real quick. Congratulations, you just inherited a box, Veronica. Oh, I see knives in here. Oh, I just got all kinds of stuff in here. So I'm just going to start pulling it out. Let's see what we got. I've got paint in here from when I worked at Plaid. Stuff they give to us. Oh, this isn't. Oh, no, I bought this. um, I've got all different kinds of paint because I was a painter. Here's this one's like buttermilk. Orange, jack-o'-lantern orange. Yeah, it was probably meant for. Oh, this stuff. I'm keeping that. Yeah, they gave a lot of these to us. I know these things are expensive because I've looked. Wow. Here's a Kelly Green unopened. I'll have to go through all the paints and see if they're any good or not. Most of them stay good, especially the water-based ones. They're easy to bring back. Oh yeah, this is a big Gen Con lot. When I worked at Gen Con, that's when I worked for Plaid. So every year I was there. Just stuff. Let's see, I got sparkly bits. This was probably meant to create some kind of spell effects. Okay, ladies, I have 3 of these. I will offer them up $2 each. Anybody wants them, let me know. I know for a fact these are like $7 or $8 in the stores. These are brand new. This is Rub and Buff. They're used for accents. If you don't know what it is, it's just a, I don't know, kind of like a paste or whatever. You put it over any kind of metal or whatever. It goes over here. 5, let's see, for porous surfaces, use on frames, antiques, crafts, home decor. It gives it a wax metallic finish, and these are all the gold finish. Uh, like I said, I have 2. Hey, before you guys back off on the bidding, I'm just gonna offer them at $2 each, whoever wants them. So I know Kathy wants one, and I know Veronica wants one. And then I got one left if anybody else wants it. And if not, I'll hold on to this one and bring it out at a later time. Of course, if you want more than one. So, and Sung. Yeah, of course. All right. So I got one for Sung Lee, one for Kathy, and they're $2 each, ladies. You don't have to. Yeah, they do last forever. I got the silver and the brass laying around. I used the hell out of the brass one. So, and you know these aren't cheap either, right? Right? Get this stuff on your hands. So, it's a good deal. It'd be a good deal if I'd stop losing things, really. I've got some important medical dates coming up. I'm going to go speak to somebody from bariatric, and they're going to talk about making my tummy really tiny so I can shed more weight because I've kind of plateaued right now. Let's see, we got Sung, Kathy, Kathy W, and Veronica. $2 each. Okie dokie, ladies. Thank you very much. I hope whatever it is you plan on putting gold accents on looks prettier. Okay. Veronica's over there. Okay, we got that done. Yep. Well, like I said, I've lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks, but okay, so my mom went in the hospital and I was kind of worried about her and stuff because of how I had to call the paramedics and stuff. So yeah, I was freaking out. I probably ate 15 pounds back just that same night just because I was worried. So I don't know. Weird stuff. Okay, so in yon bag, I have a bunch of accents. Probably got them from Hobby Lobby or I don't know, Myers or something. I don't know. But it's just a bunch of different kinds of, you know, plastic plants. I've got that. You know, everything in this bag is going to be up for sale. Yeah, yeah. I really don't know how to feel about that. Okay. These are wood. They're all took together. It's like a fence. Okay. So that's going to go in here. I have, check this out. I've got 1, 2. Oh wow, I found another one. If there's anybody else out there that wants one, I just found another one. But just hold off on that for now. I've got a Model Magic Crayola. I don't know, it kind of feels like rubber. I would venture to say that this is no good. Soft, squishy modeling material. Yeah, this is more like rubber. Let's not sell that. I appreciate it, ladies. I do. I really do. Thank you very much. In the bag of greenery, also, I've got a bunch of lights with the battery-powered gizmo there. Something I never got around to using. I've got one big styrofoam ball, a 3-inch ball. Make your own ornament or make your own monster that with one eyeball. You know, that's what these were. I've already shown you one of them. Okay, so there's one big styrofoam ball. I'm gonna throw in the other foamy things. Let's see what we got in here. We've got all the greenery. We've got the wooden fence. We've got the lights, the battery-powered lights. We've got a 3-inch styrofoam ball. We've got some gold stickers. I'll throw in this thing just because I don't want it. Let's see. These two things get sold together. Oh, here it is. Well, I just found something I was making. Okay, here, check that out. Oh my God. Yeah, you just go buy those little skulls and you throw some toilet paper over it and it makes them all look like skin on there and stuff. And then that's doll hair. You know, it's just, I made a few of these voodoo things. Oh, found another 3-inch ball. Gonna throw that in there. And one last thing I'm gonna put in before I throw out a bit. I've got thick wooden dowels still in the plastic. Let's see. They're 6 inches long. That's all it says. There are 15 of them in the bag. Never opened. So I got all that in this bag, and we're gonna start it off at $5. You get everything. 2 3-inch styrofoam balls and unopened the little dowels, 15 in them. You get the stickers. You get, of course, all the greenery. You get this thing, these wooden fence gizmos. You get all this in the bag. $5. Gross. I kind of like it. Oh well. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh, that's a pill cutter. We don't need that. We don't need that either. Huh. Okay. I didn't even know half this stuff was in here. Okay, that goes in that bag. I'm gonna throw these in the bag. Let's sweeten the pot. I don't have any bids, so I'm gonna throw this in the bag. These are plastic horses. Yep, that's what they are. Horses. Probably made riders for my people. That goes in there. I don't know what these are, but we'll throw them in there. These are, that's not. These are little dragons. I'll throw the little dragons in there. I got one here, but it's sometimes these little dragons are worth money because they'll say whiz kids on them or something like that. And you'll look them up and you'll say $5 for this little thing. Wow. So yeah, that's what we got. Uh-oh. That goes in that bag. That goes in that bag. And can't guarantee if they work or not. Yeah, that'll be fine. Multi-surface satin acrylic paint. This is blue. This is a dark blue, a blue-green. What's it call itself here? It's not saying what it is. It's a blue. I'm going to put the blue paint in there. The blue paint is still good. You're going to have to mix it up. And this is green. Yep, that's still good. I'm going to throw in this green paint, the green and the blue paint on everything. I got Sung Lee in for 5. You got me with the dragons. Nice. Well, I'll throw in the blue one then. I got all kinds of things in here. I don't even know what I have, and I'm just pulling them out as I go. And so I do things. Here's rocky bits that I made. Either it was for a trapdoor spider or it's the base to somebody. Oh, again. I got this. All right. Don't know. I have some yellow clay here that's still good. Here, I'll throw in the glue stick for shits and giggles. Okay, well, if nobody else is into it, I got Sung Lee in for 5, and I'm going to go ahead and give it to her. Nobody else wants to jump in. But she gets all this. I think it's well worth 5. Stupid styrofoam balls are ridiculously expensive. Even when they weren't expensive, they were expensive. Okay, well, I got Sung in for 5. Sung, I'm probably going to be putting all your stuff together. You got quite a bit. If I can find a box. So, thank you very much. I pretty much need to work on getting everybody's out. Next weekend's Memorial Day weekend. And, well, living in Indy, there's this big race that goes on that really mucks up things around here. I said muck. Okay. Next lot I'm going to throw together. This one's going to be a goodie. I'll just put it all in this big spirit bag. Okay. I'm going to open this up. If this Mod Podge is still good, I'm going to put this in. Okay, well, whoo! Oh, don't miss that smell. Whoo! Okay, so this is Mod Podge Gloss. Okay? And for the love of God, stop saying Mod Podge. That gets under my. Anyway, if you don't know what it is, here you go. It's a water-based sealer, glue, and finish. I've used this stuff tons. There's all different kinds. This is the gloss. This is the luster. It's still got the paper top, so it's never been opened, and it's still good because it's still good. I know you can't see my finger, but it's glossy now. So here you go. Put that back on there tight. Okay, 1 bottle of Mod Podge. The 8-ounce Mod Podge, that's going in there. I found a whole bunch of these. These were uh, game. Uh, they come out with a brand new game as they do every year for Gen Con. If you don't know what Gen Con is, go ahead and look it up. It's the largest gaming convention in North America. It used to be in the world, but Germany had to go do one better. But anyway, it's a keychain, little fun thing. Mole Rats in Space was the name of the game. I don't know if it's still out there or not, but I'll throw that in because, well, I don't want it. Let's see. I'm going to go through these. Yep, nope. That paint is dead. Yeah, this stuff is still good. You might have to add a little water to it. These are all water-based paints. So there's jack-o'-lantern color. I'm going in there with that. In this bag, I have I got some dragons. Okay. I've got a bag of dragons. Quite a few of them in there. So they're gold and red and brown and just different colors, different poses. See, here's like one from the last. Oh, let's see, 2, 4. I see 6 in there. Here's another one. We'll make it 7. Here's another one. We'll make it 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's 10 plastic dragons that are going to go into this bag with the Mod Podge and the paint. You burger, you. In this bag, I'm going to throw in these glue sticks. These are standard size glue sticks. They're really long ones. Let's see how many of these sticks I have. I've got 4 of them in this bag. If you get tired of changing out the small ones, try these. So there's 8. There's only 4 in here, and this is good for all types of glue guns. The ones that use high and low, these are good for that. And these are sure bonders, which means I bought them with my glue gun, because nothing beats a sure bonder. Everybody's got their own favorite little things, but all right. So this one's gonna be really cool. I did get this one from Spirit of Halloween. These are heavy. These are solid plastic. It is so you can see them here. Let me try that. So it's just a whole bunch of these on a strand. As you can see, it's quite a few of them, and they are heavy, so they're solid. I was probably going to use them to make a pile of bones or Maybe some skeletons to attack the party. Who knows? My brain's weird. Anyway, that's going in here. Uh, well, look, I found some more. I'm gonna keep the black one. I found some more dragons. I'm gonna throw them in there. Here's a couple of bad dudes without heads. Throw them in there. I'm still going. Yes, I'm still going. Okay, this green is still good. Yeah, this apple barrel, that's the Walmart brand. Believe it or not, the Walmart brand paint isn't bad. I mean, just for painting miniatures and stuff, it's okay. If you want to do a good job, then I would stick with Pactor paints. And the killer, big googly eyes. Come on now. You can have all kinds of fun with googly eyes. Stick it on a plant, stick it on a cactus, stick it on things just to make people go, what the hell? You can have fun with googly eyes. Anyway, these are the big ones. They're an inch across. Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4 pair of them in here. That is going in here. So this is a heavy. This is, well, I wouldn't say heavy, but it's heavier than the other stuff. Starting bid on everything in here. I'm gonna, because of the Mod Podge and the all that stuff. We'll just do starting bid $5 on it. I'm not gonna be too chintzy about it. Bottle of Mod Podge, a couple paints, some brand new skeletons and bones from Spirit. Big old bag of, there's probably about a dozen dragons in there. Yep. Oh, whatever this is. And the googly eyes. All that stuff. Oh my. Veronica, you sure you wanted to throw out 8? Because I got Kathy in for 5. I got Sung in for 10. Tell you what, well, here's another silver dragon. I'll throw that in there because why not? I got Veronica in for 11. This is stuff they had us try out for a year. I wonder if it's still good. Nope. Oh, that's too bad. This stuff is awesome. It's texture paint. If anybody's ever worked with texture paint, I highly suggest this. This stuff is crafting gold. It really is. And stuff like this, a bottle like this would probably cost you like $20, but this bottle would also last for a little while. But I love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. But unfortunately, like the clay, it's all dried out. A lot of these crafts I've had for more than 5 years just laying around. So, whew. Let's see. Okay, Veronica. I want to thank you very much for your bids, ladies. I'd sell the glue gun if I could, but I can't. Okay. Mm-hmm. Definitely gonna have to do that. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna gather up a few things here. These are some kind of things. It says Hobby Lobby. We'll throw those in. Why not? Anything that's in a bag, I'm gonna grab. These are earrings. Okay, well, I'm gonna throw them in there. This is a game. This has to go on eBay. Okay, that's good. Okay, I know what that is. This looks like black paint. I bet it's dry. Black paint doesn't last very long as far as longevity goes on the shelf. There we go. Huh. Okay. This is everything. I'm just going to start this off at, I don't know, $3. It's well worth the $3. Let me see if I can find the bag. Yeah. All right. So I'm not sure if you know what to do with it, but this is from Ninjago, the movie. It's just something I picked up to put on on my Dungeon Master screen. You can't see behind it, and this was just gonna augment my thing. Anyway, it's from Ninjago, the movie. You might be able to sell this. It's a periscope, so that's gonna be in this mess. This is this crepe paper? Because if it is, oh shoot, I need that stuff. um, Still $3. I've got remnants of cloth here. Here's the pattern, kind of zebra-like. Let's see. It says 18 by 21. So I'm going to throw that in. I'm going to throw in the fishing line. That's a 25-pound clear. Yeah, it's still got the band around it, so it's never been opened because it's still in the plastic. And that is 350 yards. I bet that's a $10 roll right there. I have these little stud things here, accents, little doohickeys. They're just like pyramid shaped. They're studs. Um, anyway, there's a lot of them in there. I'm going to throw that in there. A couple pair. Here's a pair of earrings, and they're in the shape of a heart. There. And those are in there, and I was probably gonna cannibalize them and use them for other things. And since I found another one, I'm gonna throw in yet another Rub and Buff gold accent paste in this here. And if these paints are good, I'm gonna throw in these paints. Yep, orange is good. This is soda orange, whatever the heck that is. Okay, this is charcoal. Oh yeah, that's still good. Charcoal color still good. These are the high dollar ones that Plaid gave us. They didn't give them to me. They gave me a discount. Let me put it that way. So, and a glue stick. Why not? And this is the last one, and a little black dragon. I said I was going to keep him. I'll give him away. I don't want this stuff. I do want this stuff, but I don't want this stuff. I got Veronica in for 3. So this is a good little bag. We got the Rub and Buff in there. That's, come on, ladies. You know that stuff's like $7 or $8 in the store. It's still new. The fishing line, that roll of fishing line, if you can pick it up for less than $10, then go buy it. I've heard you ladies say, "Well, my husband fishes," or "I've got sons that fish." This is a good deal. And then some toys and paints and yep, and then now a black plastic dragon. Oh, okay. I've got sung in for 5 first. And if I, oh yeah, I'm going to throw this in. What's this he has? I do believe this is a chain. It is. It's a black chain. I use this for a drawbridge. You know, I'm the 3-dimensional crafter, so I made drawbridge or 2, and this is the chain you use. I made something called a chain demon who has chains all around. He's made of chains, and he can cast chains and really mess people up. Ooh. So there's that. I had him laying around somewhere. I got sung in for 8. Huh. Yeah, nope. Oh, let me look at this one last stuff here. It's one last paint that I can find in here. Nope, that stuff's dried out. Okay. Antique white. I love that. That's called dirty white. Okay, I got Sung Lee in for 8. I don't see anybody else hopping in. And that's all I got for the crafts for right now. I have more. I'll bring them out. I got enough to bring out for a little while. Some of the crafts I have are already completed, so I don't know how you feel about that. But, you know, they can be taken apart and used for your own thing. Thank you very much for your bids, ladies. Ow, ow, ow. And that's all I have in here for now. I've got some other little doohickeys, but they need to be put with other things to make them more enticing. What's this say? Oh. Yeah. So there's a couple of batteries that are probably dead in the door now. I used to smoke. I found bits of my. Yeah. There's Plaid put out. Oh, I wish I could remember what they're called, but they're dyes of you put your colored glue gun stuff into it, and it makes some shapes, and you can get all different kinds of shapes. And I forget what they're called, but they gave us a whole bunch of those. And as soon as I find those, I'll bring them out to y'all. Y'all, why do I keep saying y'all? Yeah. Okay. On with what's next. All right, so I said I'd bring out my, yeah, they're molds. Yeah, there's like squares and triangle stuff, and there's some that come out and they look like gems and just different things. I could probably point them out. All right, so starting bid $1. I have here a vintage. Says 1978. Benson and Hedges 100 cigarettes. Presents 100 recipes from 100 of the greatest restaurants. It is in pretty much excellent condition. No smoke, believe it or not. There's the cover. But there's all kinds of restaurants here from all over the world, all over the United States. It says where they're from, what the name of the restaurant is, and it shows some of their favorite menus that they have on there. There's 100 of them. Let's see, Carmel by the Sea in California. This one is called Marquis. Their recipe is escargots a la Marquis, escargot a la Marquis. Here's one in Louisiana, the 21 Club in New York. There are some here in the Midwest. Indiana actually has one listed in here. Ohio has a couple. Here's one in Detroit. Omaha, the French Cafe. This is Gâteau Moelleux asparagus. Yay. So there's the pictures. Everything you need to know. Starting bid $1. We got Veronica in for one. I really didn't feel like this to me doesn't count as ephemera, so not that that makes a difference. There, I got that paste on my fingers and it won't come off. That's awesome. Let's see, Chicago, Illinois. Cafe de Paris. Here's a pepper steak. Okay. Pepper steak. First cook steak, then add pepper. Ta-da! Le Manoir, New York. Joe Muir Seafood in Detroit. Seafood in Detroit, Mexican. Wow. I don't know, man. Le Club. Charlie's Cafe Exceptional, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Braised Viennese pork roast. Mmm, yummy. Roast duck with orange and Cointreau. Just feed me the Cointreau. Baked stuffed lobster Larry. Yes, that's the name of it. Why does it make it Larry? Probably because they add mushrooms. I don't know. So we've got Veronica in for one. Pretty neat little book. Here to promote bad health with smoking. Benson and Hedges aren't made anymore, too, so that's a thing. Maybe. No, I think it's just a cool little book, personally. But I know how to cook. So. V1. Thank you very much, Veronica. Okay. Goes in the Verona box. Oh, I found some more craft things. Should we wait till next week? Yes, I'm going to wait till next week. And I will add this to them. I got it. Like, here's a preview of what I'm going to show next week. Here's an unopened bag that's going to go in with a lot of other things, which I have in here. Huh. Yo, who isn't complete without glue? Couple of, look, this one's unopened. Still got the seal around it. Different kinds of ribbon. So those are these will be sold next Sunday, and I'll find some more craft things. I'm sure I have plenty, and add it to that mess. Okay, so oh yeah, what we got? I am going to show these teddy bears. Somebody brought it up the last time. This is Grandma. Grandma can't remember her name. I want to say Gretchen, but that's not right. But she's got the grandma glasses on. Not that grandmas wear glasses, but there you go. She's got This is a little brooch that's on there. Shaw has both the tags. It's in perfect. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And because we have a bear lover in the audience, and you know who you are, you'll take. All right, Kathy, you got it. Um, let's see. This was Grandma something. You guys can look it up. Because we have a bear level in the audience, I'll be willing to let Grandma go here for $10. This is the big. This is the bigger of the boys' bears, the 16 to 18-inch bear. It is articulated as all boy bears are. So great. She's wearing knickers. I think the brooch really sets it off. That's it. A little Boyd Bear's brooch on the Boyd Bear. Little bear beans. I got sung in for 10. Well, what am I going to put in that space now? Oh, you can look this one up with a Google search or whatever. It's Grandma Somebody. But everything is there. Everything is complete, not missing anything. Has the glasses, has the pen, has all of its tags still. Very clean. Smells like a grandma. So there you go. I think nobody's gonna. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's not a cat. Uh, okay. Soon. Mm. If you look online, these bears are going for right around 20, 17, 18, 20. Okay, here. You hold that. Thank you very much, son. I definitely need to find a bigger box now. Put you right there. Okay. Go ahead and show this bear. This bear's been hiding back here behind everything. I can't. Just a bear. Hi. So, hi, boys and girls. Can't help it. There he is. He's dark brown. He's not black. He's dark brown. Very dark. It is motorized. It has the battery carriage in here. I don't know if it works or not. It takes 4 double A's. Tell you what I do. I don't have double A's around me. If anybody's interested at all, I do. Well, his eyes move, I bet, because you can move them around. The motor is his head is mechanical, but the rest of it is plush. So whatever it does it with its head. Uh, Maybe it kind of moves around and flips its eyeballs. I don't know if it works. I have no clue, but I'd be willing to do $4 on the bear if anybody's interested at all. Or I can wait, or you can wait, and I'll bring it out next week, and I'll see if it works. But if it does work, the price goes up. So, but I can't say one way or the other if it works now. This was made in the United States, which is something by itself. Green Trading, USA, California. Yeah, if you're interested, I do $4 on the bear now, or we can wait a week. I'm going to put batteries in it. See if it works. If it does work, well, it's going to be more than $4. But I'd be interested to see what it does too. Maybe I already tried that once and it didn't work. I don't know. We'll see. So we'll put him back here. Or maybe it's a her. I don't know. Oh my goodness. And I'll bring this one out. Scottish bear holding another Boyd bear. Has all of its tags. The tags tell you the story. This is a Kmart exclusive. It has a $20 price tag on it from way back when. Yeah, he's hard-headed. He's made to stand up. He's look, Ma, no hands. Ah, okay, but his legs are sticks. These are weighted flat, so he does stand up. Or no, this is a guy. Hey, it could be a girl. I don't know. Wearing a kilt, so it's hard to say. All these. This is an exclusive bear. I couldn't do less than 15 on him. There's no way. Yeah, go look this up online and look for it with tags. So, because I've got them right there. Oh my God. There's the original tag. So, made exclusively for Kmart. Scottish bear. Very clean. Has his own teddy bear. So, a lot of you may know. Oh, here you go. It is a dandy. There you go. It says collector's choice. There's that tag. Man, the material, the clothing they put on these things is worth. I've had bunches of clothing because I'll take the clothing off of them and sell the clothing separately. And I've been selling Boyd Bear stuff for the past couple of weeks for some reason. But the story goes, Teddy Roosevelt was out hunting, and there was a wounded baby bear that came up, and he refused to shoot him because that's not very sporting. So, reporters there doing publicity things, and it got loose in the press, and they the headlines were Teddy's bear and stuff like that, and they made toys to promote the president, of course, and it caught on, and eventually they turned into Teddy Bear, and so it's been around since. Not this one particularly, but teddy bears have been around since Theodore Roosevelt. So, yeah, okay. So that's why he's still back here, because I got a good price on him. So it is back there, and I'll probably bring him out around Christmas again, because he's been there since last Christmas. Let's see. I have in this. I've shown these before, but the ones I showed the last time had butterflies in them. These do not. And these are the two best ones that I have. These are sandwich keepers for Wonder Bread in the shape of bread. Nice colors all the way around. Still has its stickers. And on the back says Wonder Bread. It says Wonder Bread. Let's see. These are most definitely 70s. So they've got a seal tight lid. The inside's very clean. Top. This is the top of the other one. Put this in, and this one, I'm going to sell them both together. Starting bid $5 for the pair. This one has a little bit of the decal missing, but these are great for if you were a seller like I would and you did flea markets. These are great flea market things. I've had about 12 of these. These are the last two I have. Wonder and Balloon Designs are trademarks of the Interstate Brands companies. Who owns Wonder? $5 for the pair. Definitely 70s. Good graphics all the way around for this kind of thing. A lot of times you won't see the balloons there. They're all scraped and scratched off completely. And a lot of them just don't have the sticker on the front anymore. They're like this all the way over, you know. But 2 for $5. How you doing, Matt? Yeah, we're supposed to have a Wonder Bread outlet. We had a lot of Wonder Bread things around town when I was a child in the 70s, and I still remember them. And the buildings are still there, but that's all they are now. It's just buildings. Used to go there and get the day old bread or the day old donuts, stuff like that. Still good and cheap. All right. Like I said, all my sales are good for 24 hours, 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. All sales go off. So if you see anything you like in this that's still up for sale, just put comments below. Say, hey, I want the 2 bread containers. And make sure, I have all your information. I'll need your email address, which is how you contact me to begin with. So, your name, if it's different than your YouTube name, your address, your email address, your PayPal email address, which is usually the same as your email address. And if you don't have a PayPal account, you can use it as a guest. You don't actually have to have your own PayPal account to use it. So, and like everybody else doing auctions, I use PayPal, I use Pirate Ship. I don't charge for shipping. Whatever they charge me for is exactly what I charge you for. I don't make money off of shipping. I don't think it's right. Ladies, this is the last of these that I have. I have 15 bows, little charms, little whatever you want to make of them. They're all different. There's 15 of them in here. This is the very last that I have. I've managed to sell a lot of them online. I was selling them for $4.50 a pop. Anyway, $2 just to get rid of them, so I don't have to look at them anymore. They're just little tin things. Whatever you want. There's 15 of them here, different size of bows. Just different sizes, different looks. I got Veronica in for 2 to start with. Here's 1. I got Kathy in for 3. Here's 1. This one's pretty neat. These are vintage. These do not bend very easily, okay? So these are sturdy. That's 1. There's a big honking one. Different, all kinds of difference in here. And I have no more. According to eBay, I have a couple more laying around, but I can't find them. So, and that was somebody. I said, hey, do you mind if I just send you like a partial amount and send you a bunch of these other different ones that I have? And they said, sure. I was like, okay, cool. So I handed them the rest of what I had, minus this. So 3 small ones. What? Huh? Okay, Kathy, you're yours. Oh, it's for the whole bag, Patty. Whole bag was $3. Mm. If I ever come across those others that I supposedly have, I'll bring them out, pretty ladies. Okay, Kathy, that's you right there. We. Now I'm confused, Patty. We have the Pepperidge Farm outlet now. Oh my. Yeah, she might be lagging. Yeah, birds and fish. Yeah, okay. Any sports people out there? I don't know. Y'all don't seem like too many sports people, but I'm gonna throw these up. This is the limited edition 1992 Denny's Grand Slam things. They're all holograms of famous baseballers in '92. I mean, there's Barry Bonds in here. Barry Bonds broke a record, then Mark McGwire broke a record, home run record, or something like that. And they found out they were both juicing. But they're you can see they're holograms, little three-dimensional to them. It's hard to show up on a. Let me turn this light down a tote a little bit. See if I can get. That's a little better. But yeah, there's how many's in here? 20 maybe? 24? I don't know. They've been in here so long that the vinyl between each other they make that sound. Kind of like your skin coming off of a leather chair in the sun. That kind of sound. Oh yeah. You order a Grand Slam and you get a card because these are Grand Slam people. Uh, let's see. Herb Bell, Jack Clark, Rob. You see, I don't know these people. I'm not a baseball guy. I know some. I mean, I grew up in the during the Big Red Machine. I have a lot. I had a lot of Cincinnati Red stuff. Catfish Hunter, Pete Rose, people like that. Um, but I don't know these. Here's Jose Canseco's in here. I know that name. Oh, Barry Bonds. He's this guy right here. He's one of the guys that broke the record. Let's talk about the internet for a minute. The internet is just bad, and it doesn't matter what provider you have. Internet is bad for everybody. Uh, Everybody I know is having problems with their internet. It doesn't make a difference where they get it from. Uh, like I said before, one thing that you can go look this stuff up, right? They mentioned it last year. The sun's having flares and magnetic storms, and that stuff's coming our way, and it messes up our electronics. This is the peak year for that, and then there'll be like 4 or 5 more years where it's still going to happen, just not as bad as this year. But it was big news last year, so apparently it's not news now, even though everybody's complaining. So yeah, it's that, or like I said, the one and only conspiracy theory that I can dig into is it's probably Elon Musk doing it, so everybody has to use his Starlink. Who's going to stop him? So he's the James Bond villain, and we have no James Bond. Anyway, there are uh, Here it is. And $10. It's a complete set. If you need to know, I used to have. There's a 1993 version. I got rid of that one already. But yeah, Fred McGriff. Uh, they've never been taken out of this. I mean, I get the thing and I put them in here and I completed the whole thing. Yes, I ate at Denny's a lot. So what? Yeah, 6 Grand Slams. They're beautiful cards. They're in perfect condition. I'm not going to say they're mint, but I can say they're minty. So if anybody are interested, $10 for a complete set, 92 Grand Slam. Something for a little kid to have, I don't know, to fill out his collection or, because it's got that cool factor to it, the holograms. Yeah. 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 Where, people in Wisconsin, down here in Indiana, the lower Ohio Valley, every once in a while we'll see northern lights. We don't see them like the people up north do. Ours come down more blues and greens than anything, deep blues and deep greens, and it makes them harder to see. But yeah, I'm very sciencey. Okay, I love astrophysics. I love uh, space. I like all that stuff. Um, I don't deny science, and I don't agree with people that do. So, it's okay to believe in God, but science is still there. Okay, right? So if you want, it's $10. Complete set. They're very minty. Let's see. I've got this. I'm going to be starting bid at $3 on this. It would be 10 had it not the damage, but the damage is minimal and it's on the back where they really can't see it. But here we go. Tis a Mexican magazine about bullfighting. And it's just neater than food. I've had it for probably about a month now, admiring it, looking at it. I have to use Google Translate on it, which does work pretty well. Let's get Kathy out of there. Sorry, Kathy. Uh, yeah. So there you go. El Rodeo, El Rudo. Inside, black and white. Now the damage is here on the back. It's at the bottom. But look at that cigarette commercials there. Looky there, Marilyn Monroe. So Mercedes cigarettes. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah. Here's uh, advertisements for shotgun shells for pheasants, bird shot. Uh, Here's some guy in front of his car. See the car? Can you see the car? So gives you an idea of when this was made. Of course, that's Mexico, and they probably had old cars for a long time. Uh, as far as the date goes, I've not been able to find a date on it. But this 1962, so it's older than me. Looky there. It's about a famous bull rider, and it shows his triumphs and beating up cows with horns. Having lived on a farm near cattle, there is no way I am putting myself out in front of a bull. They are temperamental, they are territorial. If you get near one of the women cows, bovines, then yeah, you're asking for a bad day. Here's pictures of Toreadors. This thing's cool. Did I say a price? Is anybody interested? This thing's beautiful. Outside the damage to the bottom, you know, it's like that all the way through, I gotta say. But $5 on it. Okay. Tell you what else is really hot for me is I've posted a lot of I come across a lot of Mexican ephemera and I've posted it all on online and it goes just like that. And I'm kind of confused about stuff selling that quickly about Mexico with all the hatred in the country about things like that. I'm just going to say it like it is. So, you know, I'm really surprised that the stuff is selling that fast. But then again, I'm not. So, una estocada de Merte al flamenquismo. Yeah, I can't do this. I can't read this. Lance de Capa for Antonio Casero. I don't know. But it's a beautiful magazine. I'm probably going to put it up on eBay if it doesn't sell tonight. $5, y'all want it? I don't, you know, I don't really like selling things of this nature with this kind of damage, but this is a unique piece and nobody else has one of these on eBay. So, yeah, there's that. Angie, if you're still there, yeah, thanks. Uh, I have a lot more of those stereoscopic things. I come across some very special ones that I've got listed now for about $50 a piece. But I've got a bunch that are just regular. Uh, I think I'll bring them. I'll bring them with me to my Tuesday show if you're going to be around, and I'll offer up all those for a, you know, what you're used to paying probably, because that's what I'm used to paying. Hmm. Yeah, I don't either. Okay, because there's no white bread American man like me gonna go pick a bunch of oranges and stuff. We need them here to do the stuff that we don't want to do. I'm just saying. Oh well. Oh, samplers, huh? The ones that I have are they got a stamp on the back of them, and it's been okayed by the Committee for Personal Information, and I did a deep dive search on it, and it's pretty neat stuff. But nobody else has one of those, so they're out there. I never knew there was such a thing as samplers because they had those in a stereoptic viewfinder, which I got outbid on. and they seem to fit in that one just fine. So I don't know. It's not something I collect. I have enough stuff in the house. I don't need to collect other things. Doesn't matter if they're paper or not. They take up space. Okay, everybody's favorite. I have a precious moment. Starting bid $1. This is baby figurine. Still in its original packaging, although I did have to take it out to make sure it was okay. Here we go. Kind of reminds me of a piano baby. Well, Angie, if you want to send them back to me, you're more than welcome to. I don't want a unhappy customer. I mean, if you were under the impression they were what you were looking for and they're not, then you know. $1 for baby figurine. Fits nicely somewhere. Hey, maybe ladies can do one of them paint jobs on there. Put some like Alice Cooper eyeballs on it or something. Stamped and awesome. So, yeah, that's pretty much how everybody feels about Precious Moments. I got so many of these stupid things. All they are is target practice. Hey, does anybody want target practice? Okay. Precious Moment figurine, $1. Let's see. Oh, Nelly. Yeah, it is. Oh my goodness, I've gone over by a half an hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the show now. I need to start packaging a lot of this up. Invoices will be coming, so pay attention. I trust everybody here. So, any marbles? Not enough to sell. I've got like 10 or 11. A couple of them are really old, but I get marbles every once in a while. I like the 3 angel precious moments only. Oh, there's only 3. Well, I have to go in. No, no, I'm not gonna go look for them right now. I think they're in that glass jar, but I'll go look for them and bring them out next weekend. That's the best I can offer. As a matter of fact, I probably better. I'll write that down. Look for marbles, because I've lost mine. Okay, I've written me a note because I have a bad habit of forgetting things. So I got them, and I know that. Yeah, Patty wants the postcards, and Linda wants Egypt and Silk Road, and I'm keeping all kinds of notes for everybody that wants particular things. So when I go to the auction, I can get those particular things and bring them back to you. And like I said, this weekend I have one, not right now, but the following weekend, right before the race. Yeah, that's what I got. Hey, thanks for showing up. I'm gonna get boxes. I'm gonna try and find some boxes and get some stuff out. Those of you that buy books and have bought a lot of books, last Tuesday it was the Me and Veronica show, so she scored a lot of the books for a good price. I encourage everybody to come out Tuesday as I go through the last of everything. And they're going to be cheap. I want to move them out of here. You know, I'll start them off at like $2 or $3 a pop just to get them out of here, and we'll go from there. Thanks for showing up. Have a pleasant day. Everybody's always appreciated. You could choose to be anywhere, and you chose to be here. And thank you very much. Uh, Hope to see you Tuesday. If not, I'll see you next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Bye, y'all.